We've already seen how Scientology attracts celebrities. But what principles and teachings do members practice? And what does the Church say about some of its most confidential scriptures? The Church says there's no aspect of life that cannot be improved through the application of Scientology principles, some of which are treatments conceived by L. Ron Hubbard. One such process popular with celebrities is called the purification rundown. What would that involve?
It's a sauna and vitamin program, some exercise to get your heart rate going, and then you would take high dosages of niacin.
Scientologists believe it can dislodge toxins and poisons from the body.
Nearly 6 years later, many rescue workers are still paying a price for their heroic service at the World Trade Center.
Tom Cruise is a strong advocate of this treatment, co-founding the New York Rescue Workers Detoxification Project, seen here in a Scientology video, which uses L. Ron Hubbard's purification rundown principles for those exposed to toxic chemicals after the terrorist attacks of 9/11.
Now, when I started this project, it was because I was in a position where I knew that I could help.
When I did it the first time, it was 1 week, and I felt brighter and more alert. My skin was, vibrant and stuff like that.
But far away from the limelight of celebrities, Amy Scobie says the program can also be used to discipline church members. She says she was once told to take part in a purification rundown that ended up lasting 8 months.
I was at 5,000 milligrams of niacin for months, and I don't know what that did to my body. I have no idea.
How did you feel?
I felt really, there was like gray stuff coming out of my skin, and I didn't know if it was like my insides coming out or what after that long of being in the sauna, 5 hours a day, every day.
5 hours?
Yeah.
And you kept going?
Yeah.
Well, what happened when you did it for 8 months?
That was when I decided I didn't want to be there anymore, to satisfy somebody else's demands on me, to fix me because of their preconceived ways.
The Church denies Scobie's characterization and says the program is a religious service, and to claim it as a kind of perverse punishment is gross in the extreme. Perhaps the most sensitive aspect of the Church's theology concerns confidential scriptures meant only for higher-level Scientologists. According to former Church insiders, these documents describe L. Ron Hubbard's belief in an intergalactic emperor called Xenu, who brought the spirits of his people to Earth 75 million years ago, burying them in volcanoes. These spirits, the story goes, have stuck to the bodies of people living today in the form of body thetans.
They have had some really bad experience, millions, billions, trillions, actually quadrillions of years ago, which is way older than the Big Bang, basically. You're supposed to isolate and communicate with them telepathically so that they go away.
Do you believe that there was a galactic emperor called Xenu who brought his people to Earth 75 million years ago and buried them in volcanoes?
Okay.
Do you believe that?
Martin, I am not going to discuss the disgusting perversions of Scientology beliefs that can be found now commonly on the internet and be put in the position of talking about things talking about things that are so fundamentally offensive to science. That's all.
I have the burden of my own journalistic responsibility that I bring to this meeting, and I hope that I've been appropriately respectful of you in my asking of the questions.
Well, you haven't, to the degree that the question that you asked me, you know, by virtue of the fact that it's been made very clear in other media entities that it's something that we consider offensive. And it is in violation of my religious beliefs to talk about them.
So just for clarification, do you personally believe...
I'm going to stop you. If you're going to ask me that question again, and you're going to repeat things about volcanoes and this kind of thing and so on and so forth, I will stand up and walk out, Martin, because what you're doing by doing that is you are intentionally asking me things which you know I find offensive, and you're insisting on asking me of them. So I'm asking you one more time.
Mr. Davis, I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just trying to ask you a series of questions about the public faith that you have. I'm not trying to mock you. I'm trying to understand what your beliefs are.
Sure.
You've explained what auditing is. You've explained the growth of the church. You've done all of those things.
Sure.
I am asking you in the context of those questions, is it true that L. Ron Hubbard said that understanding the origins of the human race as described through Xenu and the intergalactic emperor, is it true that somebody would die and catch the moment? When we come back, the future of celebrities in the church.